Hello, everyone. My name is Ebonlua, or Esther, as I'm called sometimes. I am a wife, a mother, a medical doctor, a friend, a sister, a daughter, many things. But today I have the privilege of just sharing a short word of encouragement. And I would first of all like to thank Pastor Mrs. Adebayoke and Deaconess Kemi Shoyele, or Auntie Kemi as I call her, as well as everyone else involved in this wonderful program. And without further ado, I just wanted to share a quick word of encouragement called When Things Don't Go According to Plan. And the reason I decided to talk about this was I was remembering a few years ago when I first started with Just Girls. And I was just thinking of the time I was at in life. I was a fresh graduate at the time, and I didn't really know what the next 3 years would hold for me. In fact, for the next 3 years, I felt stuck. I didn't find that things were going well career wise. And at the time, everyone else around me seemed to be making progress, but different avenues I was trying, they weren't working out. So, before I go forward, I just wanted to point out a verse in Psalm 1, verse 3. And I'm paraphrasing, but it talks about the person who delights in the law of the Lord, the person who doesn't walk with sinners. And it says that they would be like a tree planted along the river, and they will bear fruit in every season. So, in each season, just wanted to emphasize that. And it's just to say that seasons come and go. And right from the beginning of time in Genesis, we see that God created seasons. So it's just to remind you that whatever season you're passing through now is just that it will pass. Okay. So when life doesn't go to plan, it might seem like everyone else around you is making progress except you. I felt like that before. But I want you to remember that we all go through different seasons at different times. You might also be wondering why God hasn't shown you exactly when things will change. And when we read Ecclesiastes 7:14, it talks about there being good times and also difficult times, and that it's impossible for anyone to know exactly what's going to happen in the future. We all know that. However, we can still trust God because Ecclesiastes 3:11 also says that God has made everything beautiful in its time. You might also be questioning if God is still with you. I know I had questions like that when I was going through those seasons. But Isaiah 43, verse 2 says that God will be with us even when we pass through the waters. So it's just to remind you that even though things might seem chaotic, that God is still with you. Another thing could be maybe you're trying to run ahead of God. Maybe God's timing is just not the same timing that you have planned. But as long as we trust in God, His timing is always perfect. He will put you at the right place at the right time, you know. So, in this season, if you're going through a difficult season, you can still be fruitful. Remember that verse said that you will bear fruit in each season, whether dry, whether good. The fruitfulness might not be exactly what you think it will be, but you will still be bearing fruit. It might be what's growing inside you. Maybe patience, faith, contentment, wisdom, resilience, new skills. And I'm talking about new skills that you don't need an official certificate for, skills that are inside you that you can carry everywhere with you. Continue to trust God, continue to delight in His Word, and your current season will not be wasted. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. Amen.